Hey everyone, Dietitians of Dallas here for this week's Food for Thought. And today I want to talk about eating disorders and a few tips that can help you maybe prevent eating disorders in your kids. Now, genetics does play quite a big role in whether you're going to develop an eating disorder or not. Some say it's that loaded gun theory where you have that genetic predisposition to having an eating disorder, and there's an outside factor that either sets off the eating disorder or it doesn't. So there are still things though that we can do as parents. I have kids myself, and something I worry about. But there are things that we can do to help prevent eating disorders, or at least do the best that we can. So the first thing and it's really one of the most important things, is really consider how you talk about your own body in front of your kids. It's very common for us to pick ourselves apart. Oh, this doesn't look good. Bathing suit season, I pinch my fat here. I don't like this. So moms, if you bring your daughters in the dressing room, really consider what you're saying about yourself when you look in the mirror. If jeans are too tight, say they're too tight, change them. Don't say, oh, I need to lose weight, I need to do this. It's fine. And even truly at the end of the day, it's just weight. It will come off once we put the work in. It's okay. But to little kids' ears, that just sounds like weight gain is the worst thing in the world. If clothes don't fit, we complain, we bash ourselves, and that is their normal. So that's the first tip. Really think about not necessarily how you view your own body. It's okay not to love your body every single second of the day. It's okay to say, oh, I really want to get stronger at this or run faster. You're allowed to want improvements in certain areas, but you cannot pick yourself apart and think that it's so terrible, because our kids do see that. And truly, it's not the way to reach your goals anyway. The second thing to think about is, are you leading by example by eating proper foods? And what that really means is allowing those fun foods in there too. The reality is, with health, it's really what you do most of the time. And so if most of the time you're eating balanced, you get the fun foods in there, then you are healthy, you'll be fine. But if our kids see us under eating, then eating a big meal on Friday night, or, eating really bad throughout the weekend, and then Monday it's back to this lean and green kind of eating, kids pick up on that too. It's okay to have flexibility during the week. Pizza night does not have to be on Fridays. It can be on a Tuesday, and we don't have to worry about, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that, I shouldn't have done this. So second tip, lead by example. Do what you're recommending. Add the veggies to your plate, but also allow maybe a little bit of ice cream after dinner. That's okay. The third thing is huge, and I know all of you already know I'm going to say it, is social media. This has been toxic, in my opinion. I personally hate social media. I know it sounds stupid because I'm on there only for business, but truly it has been so toxic to children and adults too. When I was growing up, you see magazines and commercials, so it might be 5 or 10 photos, and that would be a lot to see in a day. Now with TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, there's so many out there I'm sure I don't even know about, where our kids are seeing hundreds, if not thousands, of pictures every single day that are influencing them. We're not meant to see that many images a day as it is. It's too much coming at you, and will cause stress. But again, that's our kids comparing themselves to these unrealistic expectations that are just ridiculous. Do you even know family photos? You probably take 10 just to put one on social media. So imagine someone who's trying to sell a product, how many do they take and then edit and then post it? But to a young brain, we don't see that. We see this perfect person. How come I'm not there? So that's the third thing. The fourth tip I have for you is kind of leading by example again. Get back to that family unit. How often are you on your phone too? It's parents, we need to get our faces out of our phones and get back to that family unit, whether it be family dinners at night, time to check in with your kid. Sit and really watch, pay attention to your kids' eating patterns at night. Ask them how their day was. If you notice something is changing with their eating patterns, or they're, touching a certain part of their body a lot, their arm, their stomach, inner thigh is something I see a lot. If they're really hyper-focused on that, pay attention to it, address it head on, nip it in the bud. With those last two tips, the social media and paying attention to what kids are doing, at the table. Remember, you are the parent. You take the phone away. You set the standard. We eat dinner at the table. We discuss our day as much as possible. I know teenagers might sit there, not discuss their day, but they know that you're there for support. It takes consistency. It takes time. But those are some four tips I really want you guys to think about and consider implementing at home, and just making a consistent pattern, being aware. I'll have those listed at the end of the video. Love checking in with you guys every week. Please drop those comments below. Any topics you want us to cover, any questions, comments. I love to hear from you guys. The patients, those of you that I currently see, you know that eating disorders is a passion of mine to work with. Such a special population of men and women of all ages that I have the opportunity to work with and help them really repair that relationship with food and see them get past the hurdle too. Or if anyone needs any resources, if you are concerned that a loved one might be struggling with a relationship with food or a possible eating disorder, please reach out to us. Just email us and we can get you additional resources if you need it. But again, thanks for checking in, guys. I will see you next week.